I want to put a 50-year-old camper on my brand new Frontier. I've got no fiberglass experience, no real plan for how to mount it, and if this goes wrong, I've wasted most of a year. My only advantage, my friend Padric has a shop and has done this before.
Oh man. Oh buddy, we got a Nissan in the Toyota shop.
So how do you feel about that?
It's still made in Japan, so it's okay.
All right. We are about to start to take all the wiring and disconnecting the bolts on the underside of the truck bed. And I'll just start working my way forward and see if we can find all the wire connections and then pull that truck bed off. First step to the Chinook.
Chinooki. Did it all for the Chinooki.
Body bolt number one. Hells yeah. I think we're all disconnected. We're gonna back it up over here onto this lift because I am not strong enough to pick this up by myself, and slowly bring it up and make sure that we don't have any wires that we may have missed.
I don't think this is how you use a ratchet strap.
I'm just using the strap part, not the ratchet part.
Yep.
There you go. Yep. Oh, that idea, it worked until it didn't. That actually wasn't too bad. A little hang-ups, but all in all, pretty straightforward. And now what we're gonna do is take the Chinook and get it kind of test fitted on, and we'll kind of roll from there. And the goal is to integrate as much of the OEM components, safety features, lights, all of that into the Chinook shell, so that way we are ready to go. So the idea is like the cargo lights, I can integrate those into the Chinook. So when, it's late night, we just want to put on a little bit of light in there, I can just flick a switch on the dash and we have lights in the back. I think that would be a cool integration. That's in there tight. I need to remove windows, remove doors, remove all these, everything that can be removed, I need to remove essentially.
Make this a fiberglass shell again.
Okay. Been like mildly.
Money can't buy happiness, but neither can poverty.
Hi, Enoch. Hey, buddy. I thought this was real glass, but it's just plexi, so we may not keep these. We may just fill these holes. Let's see. I did it!
What'd you do?
Took out all this 50-year-old honeycomb
Glue.
glue/insulation.
So I was like, Enoch, you only have to clear off like this area and around the windows. He's like, okay. And the next day,
It's all gone.
we're dialed. We're dialed.
All right, I'm gonna clean up my mess, and then we are going to take out this metal frame on the inside next, and we'll continue on to the next step, which I believe is gonna be sanding a lot. Like days and days of sanding, based on what Patrick is telling me. And if that's the case, I'm probably gonna have him help me. You're wondering if we were actually in the shop. making a nice little frame to go underneath the Chinook and get this trailer out of the shop because it is a tripping hazard. Make sure this is as light as I can. God, this thing is so light. Yeah.
Box front stuff.
All right, put that down.
What are you about to do?
Drink this Mountain Dew.
How was that, dude?
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Now that I'm all amped up, we're gonna take this bad boy. He's doing all the work for me right now, but we're gonna roll this over and dry fit it on the Nissan. Oh yeah, I guess I should cut that flat too.
Yeah, the cabo will be.
So first step is we're gonna sand every single edge down so everything's flat on the inside. Once it's all sanded down, I'll rough up the edges so that way we can lay new fiberglass. Obviously there's a lot of cleaning steps involved in between that as well, but then we'll lay down the new fiberglass to fill in all of the holes, making this basically a boat. And then from that point we will cut out this front section. So this is like an original piece section, and then we're going to cut out around 12 or 13 inches here, and this part that we cut out is going to be moved back, and then we'll fill in that flat space between the part where we cut out here and where we relocate it here. So we'll have the original form factors and everything. We're just moving that all back 12 inches, 13 inches back to here, and then this whole cab's going to shift forward. That's the easy peasy version of it, but in between all that is about 70 to 80 hours of sanding, fiberglass work, and so on and so forth. More?
160 to 200 hours. For sure.
I was really hoping for like...
He's sectioning a piece of this out.
How am I supposed to do this with glasses?
I can at least see what I'm doing.
I kind of saw it.
So with these small holes, first thing is we want to cover the hole from the exterior or where we want the smooth side of the fiberglass to be. So we put the board on the outside, and we used a whiteboard, like a marker whiteboard, because it's super slick and the epoxy does not stick to it. So we put that on, put a couple screws in there so it covers that hole and holds that little piece in place.
So
The wax is so...
the wax is so the epoxy doesn't stick to that board, because we're going to be removing that board once we apply the new fiberglass mat. This is one layer, and then there's another layer that's a multi-weave fiberglass mix, and then that'll be the final layer. But this is what we start with to fill the holes, and then we'll build on that.
This is like a nice bulking material so you don't get print through, because this is the nice fancy mat. It looks kind of like carbon fiber because it is weaved, but it's just weaved fiberglass and not weaved carbon. So if you put this on the furthest out towards the paint layer, you might actually see print through of this like weave. So you want to use a bunch of the other chop strand because it stands out real nice like.
So we are using a 2-part epoxy on the fiberglass, and what that is you have a activator and then you have a separate material, which is the epoxy itself. Once you mix the activator into the epoxy resin, it will start to harden, and that's what gives the fiberglass its structure.
This is a tricky one of pressure balance
I'll go ahead
and pressure balance. think I did it good. It looks even and consistent.
Now we got this. You got epoxy still?
Yep. So this is the pre-wet. You
Yeah.
want to take off that one strand? Doesn't matter.
It's all
just an
fiberglass.
extra strand.
Yep.
Strength.
It's all fiberglass.
Okay.
Cool. Now it's like a.
So that's pre-soaked.
Yep.
Nice, good, solid.
And you just smack it on there, center it on that whole repair. A little higher even, yeah, right there, boom. Now we'll use this. I'm on the right. Down low, there you go.
And dab away.
Dab away. Suck into that center layer.
I'm cutting up some fiberglass right now. Big pieces of fiberglass. Padric said that's basically the biggest piece he's ever done is what I'm about to do. So he keeps telling me not to do it without him here, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So that's 3 layers of different fiberglass put together on that one. So we'll do 2 layers of that and then 1 layer of chopped strand on that big spot right there. So yeah, it's gonna be an experience. I'm gonna try really hard not to mess it up. I've taken a lot of learning from Padric. I think I got it, but he does have a little bit of a weary, I guess. What would that be?
Hesitation?
Hesitation, yes. He's got a little hesitation about me successfully accomplishing this on such a large piece without him being here. But I think I can do it. We'll see what happens. Just making a massive mess in here.
Dang, dude, that's a minty piece of glass. You're getting fatigued, aren't you?
I'm exhausted.
Yeah, it's that just same
I just gotta
position.
finish it.
Yep. Do you want a hand?
No, this is it. This is it.
I'll hop in, dude.
This top.
Takes a second.
If you want to finish up this top line, bro, I would absolutely, positively love you to death. My hand is like cramping.
coming in to help.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
And obviously the outer edge, don't worry too much. I didn't sand around the edge, so. My biggest piece.
Uh-oh.
Dang. Boy, got shocked. A bolt just shot from this to my nipple.
I heard a...
It hit my nipple.
A bolt?
A static electricity, like shot from here and see, I told you.
Did you see that?
I told you.
You didn't see that?
I don't know.
That was a big one. I'm not joking.
Oh, I can
You
hear
gotta
it.
rub
I can
it.
hit. No, I can hear it.
You gotta rub it.
Bring it close. And when I had my finger close.
Did you get shocked?
Yes.
Looks good, dude.
Not bad for my first giant piece of.
This whole side's almost full of...
Yeah, gonna fill that in, and then, like you said, all these little holes will.
It's all just disappear with time.
The next part is sectioning. So we're gonna be cutting up this front part and over and up, so that way we can push that forward the 13 inches that we need, so it overhangs on top of the frontier correctly, and all the body lines look nice, and the wheel wells line up. That's probably very, very important. The wheel wells will line up. So once we get that done, then I'll be doing huge pieces of fiberglass. So I think the next part is cut, fit, more fiberglass, more sanding, more fiberglass, more sanding, more fiberglass, and more sanding.
You just sectioned the shit up.
Crazy.
Oh, progress.
Why'd you cut that?
What?
Why'd you cut it? After you did all that fiberglass work.
I was trying to figure that out myself. Why did I cut it?
You shake more than twice, you're playing with yourself.
That's all right.
My whole entire life.
Well, this was kind of hard to do. I'm taking a piece that was originally, it tapers inward to the front. And so I'm taking this front piece here and I'm trying to move it back 13 inches where the body was wider, had a slightly different bow. So the first thing is trying to get the fiberglass to form to each other, which was adding those backer boards and screwing it. I screwed a lot of screws all the way down that to really make sure that those two forms on each side were lined up and they were even and they were flowing together. Then we started laying down the fiberglass.
So all your strands ready to go?
Yeah. So those are the pre-cut strands, because once you start with epoxy, you can't stop. So I try to get everything prepped and ready to go before I even touch the first piece of fiberglass. Let's pull some boards off and see how I did. Grab all of them because they're so tiny. It's definitely gonna stick. The question is how much. Oh, not too bad. It's all stuck on that. Dude, look at that. Smooth. Cracks about what I expected. So for this, because of these thin sections, there's not like a wide part to fill in with fiberglass. So I laid the fiberglass on the back side. I took away as much as I could. And now what we're gonna have to go back in and I'm gonna have to dig all this out from the outside and then lay it down again to fill in that void that is right here. It's like teeny tiny, but it's enough, right? Rest these off. Looks like it all set nicely though. Wow, all right. I'm way happier with that than I was expecting. I was really expecting, like, this is what I was expecting the whole way around. See how it's got kind of a little bit of a gap that fills in, and looks like we got a nice good fill. Look right here, you can see a gap here, so we'll have to dig in here. You can see how the body line's a little bit off.
It's all done through sanding.
So, yeah, so I'll add body filler, and then we'll sand it to proper shape. Now, fill in our hole here, fill in our hole here, fill in this hole, and move that floor down, and we'll be ready to test mount it again. I'm putting epoxy on the, what would this be? I guess the roof. The floor / roof. This big hole above me.
This piece is going up in there, so it's gonna rest on these things here.
We gotta put a crap ton of epoxy into it, so that way fiberglass sticks to it, because it's really dry and it wants all the moisture.
Just like when you get wood wet, it'll absorb a bunch of epoxy. And then if you put your fiberglass down without letting the wood fully absorb the epoxy, you'll get a dry layup and your fiberglass won't bond to the wood. And you'll be sad.
You're going to coat it, let it dry?
No. Coat it,
While
let it
it's
soak.
still wet.
Let it soak.
Yeah, and I'm gonna put more on it, and then I'm gonna lay fiberglass on top of it. So this is all gonna happen in the next hour. Yep.
So you're doing one side though, right?
Yeah, one side right now, and then we'll do the other side when we lay it in. I'm a big sound effects guy. I like it. I blame it all on that Police Academy character. He was like my favorite character.
Michael Winston or Winslow
Michael,
or
yeah,
something?
dude, he could make the best mouth noises. I did not have the skill, but I tried. And to this day, I still like to just be like random, stupid noises. Just
All right, make the scissor noise.
Similar
Sounds
to
too
like,
wet.
yeah, well,
That sounds like you chewing that bad chicken.
you line your side up, hang it over like half an inch, easy.
Now what's next?
Lots of rolling. You're just gonna, yeah, pour epoxy on top, roll it, make sure this will turn completely translucent. So it'll be like almost like you can't see it. Like even just with rolling this out, it'll start to come through. And slowly but surely, it just turns translucent. It's kind of hard to see, but the time lapse will see it better. So throw a sick old time lapse montage over it.
What are you doing now?
We gotta pre-soak the backside now so we can lay another layer of fiberglass on this side, and that will make it a composite board at that point. They're also sealed up and waterproof.
But then during this whole process, after you lay that fiberglass on there, you got to put it up there at the same time.
Yes.
It's like a quick process.
I'm on a schedule, so once everything's set up, or before everything sets up, I have to get this placed in the top to create that platform that goes over the cab of the vehicle.
So basically epoxy, fiberglass goes on top of epoxy, and then you put more epoxy on that fiberglass, and then that goes up in there, and then they do stuff.
And then they do stuff. Yeah, chemistry, magic, stuff.
Alright then. Just work it this way, however you feel.
To our good friend.
I'm happy with that. Thank you much. Thank you very much. So this is colloidal silica. It's West System 406. It's good for bonding hardware, general bonding, bonding with fillets, and laminating. So we're going to be laminating with it. We also have some of this. This is better for laminating. This is microfibers. We're going to use a mix of both.
I just wanted you to show me the inside.
It's crazy.
It's snow.
Yeah, for your lungs.
Is it pretty much like glass dust?
I don't know for sure.
Stuff you don't want to inhale.
Yep.
So what are you using that for?
Oh, fill voids. We're gonna make glue. So like this, like epoxy is epoxy, but it's very thin, water-like. But when you put that in it, you make peanut butter type substance. Spread it out over this whole upper area.
Like on the edges?
Everywhere that is fiberglass in here.
Oh.
And then it'll just glue everything together.
Because you got to take this, flip it over, and then put it up and over.
Yeah, it's so dope.
And it's going to rest like in that lip.
Go! You're crazy. You are upside down. For that. Yeah, like half right, and I'll just. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh!
Which one was underneath? Do you remember?
So now that we've got that top front piece on, the reason we needed to do another dry fit, not only to make sure that we were on the right direction, but we needed to assess where the floor is going to be.
As you can see, this is the original floor, and then like we can pretty much bring it down to the bottom of this.
Consider making a battery.
Being that we're moving the floor 2 inches down, we decided that it would be best if we flipped the entire shell upside down. I don't know if that was the best choice, but once we got it flipped over, got the CAD stuff done, ready to cut the inch piece of plywood to the proper shape. So I got to take out just a little bit more right here. And I think we're good. We're
Good for what?
we're fit. Like the fitment of the new subfloor is almost complete. We're just fine tuning it just a bit, and then we'll cut down right here, and then that should just sit right into itself, and we're gonna be looking pretty. Fiberglass, more fiberglass.
We have our 405 delaying blend. See, feel it. That's it. Gentle. So cut a little pastry hole.
Okay. Oh, right, because the heat can just slowly.
Dude, what? I have enough up top.
Sorry, starting to get warm.
This side.
What are we doing, Enoch?
All right, we are laying down the filler to get this nice and smooth, and it'll kind of be the final step before we paint. I mean, other than sanding, a lot more sanding.
Lots of
Basically,
sanding.
what we're doing, sanding.
Lots of sanding.
Got attacked by the rain.
You got a double rainbow behind you.
Right? It's beautiful. The sun's kicking me over here. I got rain on the other side.
You said you just finished?
Yeah. I roughed everything up. Everything is roughed up. All this is all roughed up now. So I could put more filler. I'm gonna get all the filler put in so we can get it to a point where I can paint it. The more filler we get done, the more sanding I get done, the better the paint job will look.
I think everybody's just looking at this full double rainbow that's going on.
It's my double rainbow
That's that,
dance.
like,
That was a lot of sanding. My hands are like just red from vibration. This hand is my dominant hand, so like all my knuckles, everything kind of like hurts. I think next task is find some paper towels and start drying. I got a huge puddle over in the corner. This also shows you how waterproof we're making it. It's basically a boat. This will be here forever or until it evaporates, or I clean it up. But yeah, that's quite a bit of water right there. So I think that means we did a good job. So the body filler is an epoxy mix as well. So that's one of the good things with the way that Padric was teaching me to build this. I very much was building a boat and not a vehicle. So it's not Bondo like a lot of people would think. This is actually like a 2-part epoxy with it's a fiber that goes into the epoxy. And that's what we're using as filler. I would describe our adventures in flipping the Chinook back over as dangerous and ill-advised.
Use a slightly larger blade.
What are you doing?
I'm about to rip this old floor out with this old blade. I think it's gonna work out great. But yeah, this is the brand new floor. Ooh, so pretty. I'm gonna cut this out. I've already cut the edges out. I'm not sure how it's still in here, but it is. So I'm hoping when I rip it down the center, I'll be able to lift it up like this and it should pull away. I'll see wherever it is still connected and I'll cut those points with the multi-tool and pull this floor out today. I am stoked. Oh yeah, I'm still connected somewhere.
Before we started on the top side of the floor, once we got the old floor out, we grabbed another 1/2-inch piece of plywood and we filled the front half of the shell.
I've laminated this piece of 1/2-inch when I get maple. I think I did maple here.
Was that the
Or
same
birch.
one as that one?
Yeah, same one as that, birch. It's birch.
Okay.
So I've got 1/2-inch birch laminated both sides with fiberglass, and now I've sanded it, prepped it, and it's ready to install in the front of the shell. So we can finally seal up this whole front section and begin to work on mounting it to the vehicle. But to do that, first we got to make a bunch of putty. We're going to put putty up along the side. And it's a structural putty. It'll be like a fiberglass mix inside of the epoxy. We put that on there. We're going to flop this up here, get it nice and tight up against it. We'll probably go ahead and we'll mount these on it right as we get it up. We'll mount these on. Once these are on there, then we're gonna, this whole center section bows just ever so slightly. So I'm gonna have to go on the inside, kind of hammer it out, get it nice and smooth and flush with this area. And then we're just gonna lay a bunch of fiberglass and get it set in place and some putty where we need it.
So once we finished up the front wall, we started to prep the floor for the fiberglass.
Fiberglass doctor is in. Check this out. Don't mind all the layers, but I cut myself a big old V notch right here. So that way I can build fiberglass in there and make this seam completely structural, completely sealed. So I've got about 7 layers of fiberglass. I probably didn't have to go as deep as I went, but I do everything overkill. So now it should be super, super strong. When I'm done putting all this fiberglass sheets down, I'll do one more big sheet over the top of the whole thing, and then I'll end up sanding everything down so it's nice and smooth. And then we'll cover up the whole floor with the remaining fiberglass that's on there. It should be one sheet. And while I'm doing that, I've got a couple of things to build on the inside as well. We got the wheel wells that I need to build now, so I'm gonna get those built after I do the center section. And then I may cut the pieces for this, but I won't install it until we put the first layer down on the floor. But yeah, for the chop here, I gotta make a little box. It goes in about 6 or 7 inches and then comes down. And that would be like the threshold stepping into the Chinook. And we're primarily doing that so we can get extra departure angle. We're gonna cut off this whole entire corner, which is gonna keep our booty off of the rocks a little bit more when we're on the trail. case you were wondering, we have gone through 6 gallons of epoxy already. This will be gallons 7, 8, and 9. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use at least half of this just on the floor alone. I don't want to jinx myself here, but I think that's the last epoxy we're gonna need. Like, other than a couple little holes that I have that we're gonna need for mounting purposes. Like, once we do the floor, the wheel well, and this back chop, which we'll do all at the same time. Like,
In the boards.
oh, that's
strapping.
Yep, and then the strapping. So yeah, we're probably gonna use all of this. Yep. I almost forgot about the strapping. You're sitting there staring at this beautiful shot and you're wondering, why didn't you go all the way to the end? Well, because I'm chopping the back off. White deep. One step closer to getting the floor done. As you can see, you've got this beautiful middle section that is now one super structurally strong piece. Yeah, this is pretty indestructible. All right, so the wheel wells are all cut out and made. We've glued them and we've stapled them, or not stapled, but braid nailed them in all around the edges so everything is nice and tight. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fiberglass the inside. So that way it is 100% waterproof. We'll completely laminate this entire wheel well on the inside and outside. Before we laminate the outside and adhere it to the floor permanently, we're gonna place it up here and we're gonna scribe the inside outer edge right here onto the existing floor. And in doing so, that'll give us the lines for us to make the cutout, and then that will be our new wheel well going forward once it's completely adhered to the floor. I'm getting super excited. I'm basically closing up the last 2 holes other than the back door, and as soon as we get the new door in, this will be a complete and enclosed shell.
What are you about to do?
I am about to soak some wood and put the floor, or I should say fiberglass layer on the floor to laminate it in place. And yeah, so it's gonna be fast. Alright, so I just finished scribing this up to the shape of the Chinook shell. I'm utilizing this 3D printed compass. It didn't came out perfect, but it came out pretty good. Besides the point, so I am currently making these little studs to fit in here properly, so that way I have a strong structure in here that's going to support the weight of the canopy and also give me a strapping location, so that way I can stick my covering to the wall and have space for insulation, all my wiring. And then it's already scribed, so now I will have to cut all these, make sure everything fits properly, get get them in there nice and clean, and then we'll laminate them in place. And then the next step is putting in the strapping up top, laminate it to the top as well, and everything will become one unit, so it's all super strong. And then I think we're ready to mount it. So one step closer, like I always say, one step closer every day.
So now that we've got the floor all in and the 2x4s are in, the structure is as sound as it's going to be, it's time to kind of do the final fitment. And a big part of that is the rail-on-rail system. Getting into that rail-on-rail system really brings forward one of the big benefits of being at Padric's shop. He is able to fabricate this what I would consider a pretty simple but complex system, the rail-on-rail system. He has a clear understanding of how it's supposed to operate and work. Something that I am definitely getting better at, but definitely nowhere near his level. So having him there and having him be able to build that for me was a big part of being down there with him. And it came out really, really good. I was super happy.
This is the square. It's the rectangle, actually. That is the frame for the truck.
So we did a nice square frame rail on the frame of the vehicle that is hard mounted, so it moves with the vehicle. And then we did a full frame system on the bottom of the Chinook. And those frames line up with each other, so they rest onto each other.
We're centering the frames on the frame on the Chinook to the vehicle. A lot of like math that I'm no good at.
And in between those two frame rails is going to be an isolator pad that will allow the two sections of the vehicle at this point to articulate and move in different directions if needed.
Made sandwiches. I'm not really hungry though. Yeah. That's all. Yeah, this one's pretty nice.
Putting this one in the front and then these in the back.
Well, what the heck are those?
They're bolts to hold the frame.
What frame?
To the frame. The frame to the frame. That's going to hold the Chinook on the back. It's a rail-on-rail system. I think it's going to be pretty cool. These are temporary spacers until we get an isolator pad built all the way around the frame.
Right there. So I guess we kind of, yeah, that's fine.
All right, I'm clear on the
Clear in the back?
front. This is gonna be really tight.
I mean,
It's like you measured it or something. Oh, look at that. Look at this sweet tool. Apparently Milwaukee makes everything. If you need a tool, just go buy. Milwaukee has it. It's crazy. But I'm drilling some holes through my beautiful floor that I laminated on both sides and spent hours and hours on drilling holes through it so I can mount it to the subframe. Yeah, the rail-on-rail subframe.
It is time for me to head home, and I am ready to go see my beautiful Dahlia back at home. We've got the rail on rail done. We'll get it temporarily mounted, and we're gonna get back to Lincoln, Nebraska, where we will continue the project.
Home, home, home. Click your heels.
Goodbye.
We did it. Look at this thing.
You're all done?
No, not all done. Still have a lot of work to do, but we are one step closer to having it completed. We've got it mounted. We've got it on our rail on rail system, designed, welded together by Padric. Looking beautiful. We're gonna end up taking all of this back apart once we get up to Lincoln, because the rail on rail system needs to be powder coated. This needs to be painted. So we still have quite a few more steps, but once we get those steps done, then we can start working on the inside. So, you know, more sanding, less fiberglassing, but more sanding.
We're back home, and we have been approved for Expo Mountain West DIY Showcase. It's 2 weeks away. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we have to finish the exterior of this shell, windows, doors, roof, paint job, mounted, not permanently, but mounted so that we can use it, at least get it down a few trails, show it off, and make it back home safely.
It may or may not survive, but I think it'll be okay. You know, the wheels are like...
Being back in Lincoln, one of the nice parts is I have access to a shop because I work at All Dogs Off-Road. So during the off hours, I am able to bring my vehicle in and use the full shop space to get the project done as quick as possible. Now I just gotta have the drive. One of the first steps that we have to do is take everything back apart. The rail on rail system is not painted.
And now that we've prepped it, primed it, all that stuff, I'm gonna get some etching primer and prime the metal and get it ready for Raptor liner.
I have had really good luck with the truck bed liner in general on multiple products that I've had over the years, and we went to town and had some fun.
Yeah. Bed mount. I'm lined up here. Get one fastener, yeah, we'll get one, and then the bolts nice and flush, and then on the bottom it's a slight taper going into the square. So once this gets pulled into the wood, it'll hold it still, and then I'll be able to tighten the nut onto it. I am dropping this line of tape here so that way I can cut. I'm gonna do the cut. So I'm just prepping to make sure I'm happy with
Departure angle chop.
the departure angle chop. Yes. I want to do the departure angle chop, and I gotta make sure I'm happy with it. Look what we got. We have a departure angle chop. That is a very sharp departure angle chop. I think it looks pretty dang good. It came out really nice. After cutting it, I realized that I happened to have placed it right on the downward section or the inward fold of this curve. So I think it's gonna look, I mean, it does. It looks really good. I'm super excited. I got that done. I had to sand, I had to cut, because obviously this floor came all the way out to here. So I had to cut this section of the floor out sand it all the way down, and then round it, because I'm going to lay up some fiberglass over that tonight. Get that all cleaned up and make sure it's sealed properly, so that way it's roadworthy and ready to get beat up, because it's going to most likely see a lot of dirt and mud. A couple other things I got done is I got the windows cut out. I still have to frame them, but I got the holes in on both sides. The next part, which is coming together real nice, I just started it pretty much last week, I think, midway last week, and now we've got the frame basically done. Like everything else, everything's got curves, so everything had to be, you know, sanded and cut and shaped to the appropriate curvature of each piece. It's all different sections, so it's not the same. Each piece is different. Once this is cut and set, then I'll drill all that together, and then we'll lay down fiberglass, and then we'll set that on top of the medium set fiberglass with some laminate, and get that bad boy nice and sealed up, so that way we can flip it over, do filler, sand it, and paint it, which will probably come hopefully about the same time that we are painting the shell. The rest of the body is pretty smooth. A couple little touch-ups, but for the most part, like we're ready to spray it down and then install the windows and doors and remount it after we get it painted. Ew, look at my fingers, it's everywhere. Oh my god, I dripped it on the ground. Ah! I don't know if you know this, I just learned how to do this like 6 months ago in somebody else's garage.
Where's your garage?
One day I'll have a garage where I will do nothing but build the coolest shit. I got wood glue. I'm gonna wood glue this whole frame together with these clamps. I get the wood glue in there and clamp it in, let it dry up, then I'll move my way around the edges. I know there's a faster way to do this, but I don't have those tools, so I'm working with what I can get my hands on for an affordable price. We are putting the fiberglass down on the roof. After we put the fiberglass down on the roof, we are putting the frame in. We will be laminating the frame into place. At the same time as doing that, we'll also be doing these nice little corner pieces that support the outer edges to keep those rigid. So all that's gonna go in tonight, and then tomorrow we're gonna flip it over, we're gonna prep it, fill it, sand it, fill it, sand it, prime it, paint it tomorrow. Priming. We've been sanding for about a week, and now we are priming, and I'm super excited because the next step after priming is bed liner paint, and after paint is windows and doors, and after windows and doors is the interior, which is still quite a ways off, but we're gonna get there. With it, with my big bright light here, I think it all came out pretty good. Yeah. This is an RV window times 2, and RV door times 1. Yep. They're straight from China. Ordered it direct from the factory. It's the exact same system as you would see. So here's your outer shell, and that's acrylic, these are locking arms, so you slide it out and it just kind of sets, and then you can pop it and it comes back in. This is your internal frame, and then this is probably what most people recognize as the Arctic Tern design. More so than that is dual.
Oh yeah.
Dual pull. So we got our screen on the one side, and it should be blackout shades essentially on this side. And then the like you said, screen door.
Yeah.
So we can leave that open, but there is a blackout curtain for that as
Cool.
well.
How long did this take you to do?
8 months.
More than half a year.
Yep, of every free moment that I had after work, before work, on the weekends, this has been my life. Delia is totally ready for me to be done.
How do you feel that it's kind of done?
Dude, this is amazing. Like, it looks amazing outside. Obviously, there's finishing touches I want to do, but it looks great. And come check it out at Mountain West Expo. I'll show you.
Yep.
The moment that I was able to, in a sense, permanently be able to mount it to the truck, which is not permanent, but essentially like it looks and is ready to go from the exterior. I got a couple tears, I'm not gonna lie. Being away from home for 6 months, and then it took another couple months to get to where we are here in Lincoln. We were here for 2 months working on the shell, trying to get it ready. And I wanted it to be a certain way. And that's what the last 2 weeks was me pushing myself and all of my friends and family around me as hard as I could, so that way I could get it as perfect as I could to show it off, even though it didn't need to be. And nobody was doing that besides me.